This iPad pencil, this one, this iPad pencil is only $23. But is it any good? Is it worth it? I've been playing around with it, and the short answer is yes. It's pretty good for $23. But let me tell you what the pros are and what the limitations are as well. So here's all three pencils that I've got. They're all functional with the iPad, and this is my original Apple Pencil that I've been using for a couple years now, and it's got the crummy lid for charging that you just like poke in the side. Terrible design. Not going to be using that much anymore. It's still a great pencil and just as functional as the newer magnetic pencil, just the charging design is ridiculous. So if you're using that pencil, you're really not missing out on that much. Here's the comparison that really matters though. $23, $100, $23, $100. So it's made by a company called Mako. Their website is makotech.com. They've got it listed on Amazon, and the price is literally $23.39. Super cheap for a pencil. And it actually does have some comparable features to the Apple Pencil. I almost thought I was holding the Apple Pencil for a second. The form factor, for one, it feels pretty similar. Obviously, like $23 versus $100, the quality you can tell a little bit, but not much. It's got a good weight to it. It's like a fine tip pencil with replaceable tips, just like the Apple Pencil. It registers tilt as well. So when you're using Procreate or possibly other apps, I've only been testing it with Procreate though, you can tilt the brush in order to get different, brush mechanics out of the pencil. It doesn't have pressure, and so that's one of the features you won't get. And you'll want to splurge on a $100 pencil in order to get pressure sensitivity. But sometimes you don't really want pressure sensitivity. Sometimes I turn it off, especially when I'm wanting my lines to look clean, and I obviously can't perfectly get my pressure to be uniform across an entire drawing or line art or something like that. So those are some of the features to think about. Obviously the trade-off of not getting the pressure sensitivity, but for $23, you're getting tilt. It feels really similar. If you're absolutely not wanting any trade-offs, splurge and get the $100 pencil. That's what I did because I just want all of the functionality that's possible in the iPad with the actual Apple Pencil. But maybe for someone like you, if you're just getting into illustration, especially if you haven't used Procreate before and you're not really sure if you're going to really care to have a $100 Apple Pencil, maybe just get the $23 one and see how it works for you. And as I'll show you here in just a second, the quality is not bad for $23. Let me show you what this pencil actually feels like without you obviously being able to hold the pencil in your hand. I'll try to give you a sense of how the pencil compares to my $100 Apple Pencil, and then you can make the decision for yourself. You turn the pencil on by pressing this little button on the top here until you see the green light. And then if you already have an Apple Pencil connected, you may need to go into the Bluetooth settings to turn the Bluetooth off in order to make sure that the pencil is registering properly. This pencil actually doesn't use Bluetooth. I'm honestly not exactly sure how the tech works, but the iPad is able to register the pencil just when the pencil is turned on. And yeah, let me show you how they compare. Let's start off by grabbing the monoline brush, which I've got here. Like I said, a lot of my art, sometimes I don't even use pressure sensitivity because I like that clean, even weight of lines. And I'll just do a bunch of strokes just to show you how responsive the brush actually is. The feel, like I said, is pretty similar to the Apple Pencil, and it does a pretty good job of registering strokes. Oh, got a little bit of palm. So real quick, I do have super sweaty hands, and that's why I wear a drawing glove, just to ensure that the iPad isn't getting wrong signals or my palm touches being mistaken as the Apple Pencil or even a fingertip. And so I was noticing a few of those occasional missed signals happening when I was using the Mako Pencil. However, I couldn't tell if it was any more than I usually notice with the Apple Pencil. I get those every once in a while, little glitches or palm touches and stuff. So keep that in mind. I'm not exactly sure if it's because my hands are sweaty or if you'll experience that as well. One of the features of both pencils is the palm rejection. So my guess is that it's probably just my experience. But like I said, it's really responsive is the word I'm trying to find here. To show you how it looks if I grabbed a brush that actually would want pressure sensitivity, maybe like the Studio pen, obviously you're not getting that pressure. So it just uses whatever taper the settings are set to. But like I said, you might not miss it. The pencil does a really good job of registering every single tap that I'm making on the surface. And sometimes with really cheap styluses, you'll see the pen skip a little bit, but this doesn't do that at all. Let's erase some space here so I can show you the tilt functionality. To show you tilt, let's grab maybe a pencil, the HB pencil. If I'm drawing regular with the very tip of the pencil, obviously we've got some straight lines, regular kind of thin lines. But then if you use the side of the brush a little bit more, you start to see the shading. So that's actually pretty impressive for a $23 pencil that you even get tilt. Let's see if I've got another brush that I can show you the tilt with. All right, here's another one. So obviously this is straight down, and then the tilt, you can see how you get the variation of that brush by tilting it. Here's a stroke going from top to tilt. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of the responsiveness and also the precision of the pencil. Let me turn the Bluetooth settings back on so we can compare it to the Apple Pencil now. Need to snap it on the magnet in order for it to sync up again. And then back to the monoline brush. So yeah, super responsive. This is the standard, obviously. The biggest difference, obviously, would be with the pencil and when we get into tilt. So you tilt to the side and you get the side of the pencil. But here the difference is you can add more pressure. I'll show you a different brush on top of it. Again, going to the tilt. It's pretty similar. It feels pretty similar. The difference again being, let me erase that. I can go soft and you barely see it and then get darker. So that's something you don't get from the $23 pencil. So yeah, pretty impressive. This $23 Mako Active Stylus surprised me. I'm gonna be sticking with the Apple Pencil because I already paid for it. I wouldn't be gaining anything from going with a cheaper pencil. But if you want to try the Mako Active Stylus, you can find an affiliate link down in the description. Here's everything that comes in the box. Mako isn't paying me to recommend this pencil, but they did send it to me for free. So let me know if this video is helpful and if you end up trying it yourself. If you're new here, subscribe for more videos like this. I appreciate the support. Hit that like button and thanks for watching.